I'm Emma and he's Stu, and these are our three little wild ones. Bit of background, we are a family of 5 from the UK who release weekly vlogs about our full-time travel adventures, about living in a van called Betty. We have upped stick from our old lives because we thought that our children were missing out in their education and not learning enough about our big, beautiful blue planet.
If you're new around here, we're currently on a roller coaster trip as we explore Morocco in Africa. That's right, people, we are in Africa. We have a tendency for getting ourselves into sticky situations, but overcoming these with our keep calm and have a go attitude. If you have seen our earlier videos, then you will know that van life in Morocco is one hell of an adventure and things don't always go as planned.
After surviving a fire in our motorhome, we picked ourselves up, brushed down Betty and had a word with ourselves.
We are now back on track with checking out this absolutely amazing country. We love so much about Morocco, the hospitality, the food, the incredible countryside. There's a really big list. So, time to get on with it. We can't put it off any longer. It's about time to enter the lion's den, the cobra's nest, the big M, Marrakesh.
In this video, we experience the craziness of the Marrakesh souks, nearly get run over, get swindled a few times, and take a break from the bustling city under the majesty of the Atlas Mountains.
Fasten your seatbelts, kids, it's gonna be a banger.
Right, we've got 3 days in Marrakesh and there is so much to see.
We've been really looking forward to this bit of the trip. We know, Marrakesh is not the real Morocco, but you know what? So what? It's gonna be really fun and we are well up for it, including the kids. Betty is, well, she's gonna chill out at the campsite after her ordeal in the last video. We've got a special little treat for her at the end.
We are staying at camping Le Ferdaous, which is north of the city, a decent taxi ride or bus journey away from the centre.
It's hot, isn't it?
Very hot. It was really hot yesterday when we got here. It's full sun, so there was Stu managed to park us under the shade, but it was very hot when you stepped out into that full sun.
Yeah, so we stuck on the aircon last night. We had it on running all night. So we're hooked up at the minute, and that's kind of the vibe that we're going with, is that because it's so hot, especially on the interior of Morocco, it's, you know, I mean, yesterday was 37 degrees, so it's really hot. We haven't acclimatized yet to that level of heat, so we're definitely going for hookups and aircon. Also as well, with the campsites, you're secure, aren't you? You
are secure, and actually, they're not like European sites. You have to get used to it being sort of gravel, but the facilities have still been pretty good. They're clean, they're tidy, they're older, a little bit worn out, but they've all been clean and tidy, and the swimming pools have been brilliant.
Not too sure about the blokes' toilets though, they're not so clean and tidy, they're a little interesting.
For you, isn't it?
Yeah, well, so yeah, we're gonna have a wander into Marrakesh later now. We are switching on siesta mode, having a pretty chilled out morning, quiet afternoon, and then we're going to go in at about 3-4 o'clock. We'll see you in Marrakesh then. First off, we had to get into Marrakesh, and in typical nomad fashion, we thought we'd have a go at the buses. We are standing on the bus stop now, but there isn't much in the way of bus stops. Well, that was a pointless endeavour. I don't even know why we attempt to catch buses anymore. Right, scrap that, we're getting a taxi. So we've got ourselves a nice swanky shuttle bus, haven't we? Look at this. Look who's in the back. There's Woody.
If you are staying at the campsite, Le Ferdaous, then you can arrange for a shuttle taxi to take you into the centre of Marrakesh. Just visit Mohammed at the shop and he will drive you in. Air conditioning and everything. Definitely needed in Marrakesh, it is proper hot.
Fun fact for you guys, the reason the buildings are not white like other Mediterranean cities, including Casablanca, which is well known as being a good way to reflect heat, is because the heat in Marrakesh can reach the mid-50s in the summer. If the buildings were white, then due to the intensity of the sun, they would really blind your eyes and you wouldn't be able to see anything. So they paint all the buildings like a pinky terracotta colour, which is nicer on the old blinkers.
The cab was 200 dirham and about 30 minutes into the centre. Not bad really for 5 people. Also, Mohammed would meet you back at the meeting point next to the Kutubiyya Mosque.
So taxi driver just took us to his friend's spice shop. We didn't need any spices, but he said go and have a look, so
We managed to escape without any purchases, which was pretty good.
yeah, a bit of a tourist trap, but you got to go along with it, don't you, anyway? So it's all part of the patter out here. But yeah, we'll just have a look at this mosque. So this is the Kasbah Mosque, which is obviously heavily damaged during the earthquake, and they're rebuilding it at the minute.
Our first stop was the famous Jeema El-Fnaa square. This was the party square. Not at the minute, but this is going to liven up later on, big time.
If snake charming is your thing, then you can come and watch it here. It's not really our vibe, but the kids were curious to see it. Also, as a point, you don't see snake charming anywhere else in Morocco, at least not where we've been so far. It's definitely just a show for the tourists. Right, come on then, let's just get properly stuck into the souks while we are waiting for Marrakesh to get its party on. It's time to get immersed in colour, smells, flavours and some hardcore haggling.
The souk Laxour and the Samarin are infamous for their labyrinthian, maze-like street network. It's so easy to get lost at any given time.
It was nuts. There were bikes everywhere, all trying to push their way through the crowds. You had lads getting on the back of each other's bikes, seemingly from nowhere. Complete mayhem. It's absolutely bedlam in here at the minute. There's like motorbikes either side trying to get past down the walkway. We've got that beautiful smell of petrol in the air. Crazy, isn't it, Skye?
I'm still eating.
Skye's still eating. Time for a bit of haggling. It's been a while since we busted out our best haggling, so let's see how this goes. Like this sort of style. Look at that one.
Oh, yeah.
You like that one? 300.
He's haggling.
It's good quality for
Yeah.
the machine, no problem. Look for that one. It's old. That one is old carpet.
Yeah.
It's handmade.
The 300 is too much though. That's too much.
I asking at the store for this one, like the same for this one. Just one. 300.
Okay. Seems like a lot of money for 3 cushions covers, doesn't it? That's 30 euros in.
It's 30 euros.
That's a lot of
3
money,
covers.
yeah. Okay, maybe I'll give you 120 for 3.
It's not price good.
No price good. Okay, give me a good price then.
280.
280. No, it's too much money. Okay, okay, we'll leave it there. Okay.
I want, but I can't.
Okay, shukran.
Shukran. After walking around the markets and getting lost a fair few times, we headed back to the square to check out the nightlife. And oh, and look, Skye even made a friend.
We have like this with design, and we have without design all this.
Okay, how much are these?
Proud price,
Yeah.
£1,000.
Yeah.
Good price then, yeah? Good price.
Price £1,000 is very
We'll
low.
take 10.
Which one you like? What's your name? Okay, that one your name in England. Here your name Mustafa. Berber Mustafa.
Mustafa.
You're Mustafa.
You got a good name,
You know how
Mustafa.
can you use it?
No.
It's easy. Just
Morocco style.
yeah, just like this, and after you lose it here. Here is the other bit.
Ah.
Just like this.
There you go. That's it. Hello?
And you, what's your name? Skye. That one in England, your name here, Jasmine. Jasmine.
Oh, like the princess.
Yeah, exactly. Like the
princess.
flower.
Yeah.
Jasmine is name for flowers.
Ah, okay, perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where all Moroccan people or Arabic people do many name like this for pretty girls.
Oh, okay.
Because name for the flower.
Pretty flower, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you?
River.
That one in England also. Your name here is Saeed.
Saeed.
Yeah, it's easy. You know what do you mean, Saeed? It's happy.
Ah, happy boy.
No, for both, just 400 dirhams.
100 dirhams for both.
400.
400.
Yeah, exactly. 200
Maybe
each.
200. 200 dirhams is good
For what?
for both.
Each.
Yeah, for both.
For each.
For both. For both.
You said for each.
Yeah, no.
I listened. You said for each.
For both.
No. No, 200 is still little. Okay, excuse me. What about I can make it for 350? Both. Not my price, not your price. 350.
Daddy, can you press this?
300 and we take him now. 300
Very strong.
for both.
That's why.
Daddy.
Mustafa tells me 300.
Mustafa.
He's very strong.
Okay, no problem. So,
Okay.
okay, Saeed.
The patter of the sellers was fantastic. We loved how they had clearly picked up bits of different languages and they will suddenly drop into a Cockney accent and start spouting only fools and horses. Lovely jubbly. Brilliant.
It was alright, I think we could have gone lower, but you know.
I think I think we probably paid about 10 quid more than we should have done. But do you know what? You liked them, didn't you?
They were nice, yeah.
Pablo Escobar.
Ah, thank you. Pablo Escobar. Maybe. We're very rich. Maybe. I'm not a rich man. He is a rich man. Thank you. The moustache is going down rather well, isn't it? I've got the new nickname of Pablo Escobar, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but either they're just complimenting my moustache or I look like a drug lord, but hopefully it's not the second. Time to be a bit cliche and grab one of those juices from the market. Salam. Salam alaikum. Seriously though, these are the real deal. Pure, fresh juice from pretty much anything you can think of. A must try if you're in the Jeema El-Fnaa square. Also, the sellers are hilarious and will give you a good chuckle. You want one of those? You want pineapple? Okay. We're giving it our best go with our pidgin French and our even more pidgin Arabic. So we'll see what we end up with. But we like this guy. We like the cut of this guy's jib. We're all about him. He was the first mustachier.
Right, we are bushwhacked and need to get these kids to bed as we have a busy day tomorrow. We were meeting Mohammed by the Kutubiyya Mosque and even got to catch a bit of the evening prayers. Really awesome to witness the Moroccans during prayer.
So what did we think about Marrakesh? Quite like Marrakesh, didn't we?
Yeah, very busy.
Pretty touristy.
Lots going on, yeah, very touristy.
Skye loves Marrakesh. So yeah, we're quite into it. It's quite touristy, but you know, it's all the sights and smells and you know what you're expecting when you come here. But actually, it's just fun to be around, isn't it?
Yeah, as long as you come with the understanding that it is a tourist spot Marrakesh. And you'll get the banter and you get all the chat and everything else. But it is fun, it's really nice.
I've not researched about it, but I've seen it on a TV show and it was awesome.
We had some seriously tired and excited children on the way home, so time to clock out until tomorrow morning.
Today we're going on a tour of the Atlas Mountains and we're checking out a Berber village. Let's go.
That's right, we are taking a break from the hustle and bustle of Marrakesh and we are going to the tallest mountain range in Morocco, the High Atlas Mountains. And as you know, we love a good mountain. In keeping with the touristy mindset, we booked ourselves onto a Viator package, which is an absolute steal at about $17.60 each for the day.
We had a bit of a drive to get into the mountains, but before we get stuck into the peaks, we're stopping off for a little surprise, which the kids were super excited about. Although, come on people, it's Morocco. Let's stop and have a quick cup of tea before we get to it. We also met a really lovely British family on the tour, and our kids adored their too. So, bit of a winner really, as it meant that we had some childminders for the day. Thanks, girls.
Very sweet, this tea.
That would be fun.
So we're all decked up in our traditional gear now, ready to go on our camel ride.
Come on then, time to get on some camels.
Wow.
He's like,
What are we doing, River?
on a camel.
On a camel.
And he's cool.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
And he's beautiful.
He is, isn't he? Beautiful. Beautiful camel.
For the big landing.
Yeah, you gotta hold on tight. The front legs.
Good. That's it.
Hold on tight. Wow, was that good, Riz? Back on with getting to the Atlas Mountains. The landscape was stunning. It went from extremely dry and arid in Marrakesh to green fields and meadows. So there's apparently a beautiful view here, but it's disguised by the cloud cover. Although the flip side to that is it is nice and cool here today, so we're not getting blasted with heat. But yeah, there you go. So behind me there, that is the Atlas Mountains there, if you can see through the cloud cover.
On a serious note now, on the 8th of September 2023, Morocco suffered a massive earthquake of 6.9 magnitude. It was the strongest recorded earthquake, and at least 2,960 people were killed and many thousands more were injured. 2,930 villages were seriously damaged and tens of thousands of houses were completely destroyed. We touched on it earlier in the video, but the area around Marrakesh and to the south were the worst hit. Driving through the Atlas Mountains and seeing the destruction really hit it home with how bad the earthquake really was. Here is a link to donate to help those affected by the earthquake. As you can see, the infrastructure and housing crisis has not been resolved. Our trip took us to the village of Imlil, where we stopped off for a spot of lunch, a traditional Moroccan tagine. The restaurant was up on the rooftop terrace, so we had spectacular views of the Atlas Mountains all around us.
This is Zara. This is Aisha.
Hello. Hi. We're from China.
This is Dad. Nick.
This is Skye. Skye.
That's a good question.
And that is a Woody.
And that's my mum, Farida.
So we now had to trek up the mountains to reach the nearby waterfalls. The walk through the village was incredible. We still can't believe how green it was and how full of fruit trees. It was a beautiful place, and it was just nice to have this time in nature. In the winter time, the villages in the mountains are completely inaccessible due to the amount of snow they receive. So we got caught with some touristy goods and gifts. So Em's got some jingles. How much did you pay for those? 120 dirhams, yeah. So we got him down from about 400. So I mean, you know, it's
the
not.
village is devastated.
Yeah, the village has really struggled in the earthquake, so it's going to them, and you sort of don't mind. You know, at least that's kind of going to a place that really needs it, as opposed to just the streets in Marrakesh. So, I mean, we're not experts on the quality of these goods either, but you know, they look alright. I mean, don't tell her that. They're made of solid silver, they are. We had a quick stop off at an argan oil cooperative where we got to see how they produce the argan oil, which is used in both food and medicine.
We had an awesome time on the tour, met some really lovely people. It was nice to feel a bit touristy for a change, wasn't it, babe?
Absolutely. You know, when you live in the van life all the time, it's not all roses, and it can be really hard work at times. So it was nice to just relax and experience something a bit different. And it was also great for someone else to be driving. Good morning, everybody. So we are back in Marrakesh after our busy day up in the high Atlas Mountains.
It's quite nice to come in. It's cool this morning, very quiet, very subdued compared to where we were last time.
It's a very sort of like relaxed sort of atmosphere in the morning, but apparently one of the kind of things they say is when you come into Marrakesh, or any of the markets really, the first sale of the day is the most important. So it brings you good luck for the rest of the day if you make that sale. So we're hoping cash in on that, maybe get a good deal. We're still on the hunt for those cushion covers. So yeah, so hopefully we're gonna find something and get ourselves a bit of a sweet deal.
Right, we're on a mission to grab ourselves some bargains. We were a little overwhelmed with the madness of the souks the first time we were in Marrakesh.
So everything's a little closed still at the minute. People are still setting up their stalls. So, you know, not everything's out on show. Obviously, we've still got all the crazy scooters flying down the streets at breakneck speed, but everyone's kind of getting set up at the minute. So we're definitely on the early side of things. But, you know, it's all good to see, isn't it?
So we were determined not to let ourselves get distracted and to get on with business. Unfortunately for us, this wasn't going to go to plan, and we were about to get embroiled in a bit of a scam.
Good morning.
Hey, hey.
Big welcome, Morocco.
Yeah, we've got a fantastic guy that's going to show us where they make like the Berber rugs, and we can actually see them do it. Yeah, we can actually see them make them.
It's coming Monday here.
Yeah.
It's make the leather, because it's for leather. Sheep skin, goat skin, camel skin, and the for leather.
Ah, okay, fantastic. To be fair, we did really like this guy, and he was giving us loads of great information about Marrakesh. He was a bit of a legend.
You can see the Berber.
Okay, perfect.
This is the keeper manager.
Salam alaikum. Salam.
Alaikum. Show him the Arab, after Berber, after artisanal finish, the shoes, the bag, the carpet. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. What's your name?
Mohammed.
Mohammed. Nice to meet you, Mohammed.
People.
Take care
Nice
of yourself.
to meet you. Angie. Nice to meet you, and big welcome, Morocco.
Salam.
Berber Arab.
Yeah.
Berber Arab. Le chèvre, amazigh, le cheval, le chameau.
So you see what here?
Le chèvre.
The skins?
Oui, goat skin.
Goat skin.
Goat skin.
Okay. Okay.
La chaux et la grise.
Ah, okay. So this is makes it all the skin comes off, all the fur, the fur.
Si, la chaux.
Yeah.
Grise.
Greece.
Ah, so it's greasy. Okay. So it takes the grease off and the skin comes off.
Oui.
So you do this until it gets nice and soft, yeah?
Oui. La quatrième étape, le mimosa blau. Le mimosa doux. Le mimosa bleu.
Ah, so look now. So this is.
Harina. C'est la farine.
Yeah, you see it's nice and soft now, yeah?
Oui.
Really pliable, really soft,
Oui.
yeah? So they pull the skins out here and they dry them off.
Arabe.
Arab.
Berber.
Ah, wow.
Arabe, le chèvre. Berber, le cheval, le chameau. Si, Ferrari, Berber.
Ah, Berber with the
Quatre,
donkey.
Berber.
Donkey.
C'est la machine, la
The
couleur.
machine, yeah? Ah, okay.
C'est la machine, la couleur.
Oh, so this is the
Oui.
change the color.
C'est
so to
saffran,
red or
orange.
Okay. You feel that?
Wow. We had an awesome walk around the Tanneries, and the guide really showed us everything. Boy, those guys do have a really tough job working with the animal skins. They work 7 days on and 7 days off of rotation, as the smell and the intensity of the work means they need a break.
Bonjour.
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. Berber Arab. Me is Berber, the Middle Atlas.
Okay, yeah.
I work in Marrakesh today for 1 week, 5 days in Middle Atlas. That is camel skin. Touch place different.
So different. This is camel skin here.
Camel.
Wow.
After the design with hammer and different chisel who make design different like that. And women in house, you make the color with henna.
Okay, henna.
After artist, you make it the spoof for sit down. لأن هذيك الحجم بالغاب يعني فوق قاعدين نكمل هذا أرى ليه أبقى حطوه هنا. The best souvenir Morocco women, you make it in-house carpet, the silk. Madame big 60 years, 70 years in-house weaving.
Weaving, yeah.
Madame middle the 20 and 40 years Euro brode, because eyes is good for see design. Show him please.
So we shook on the price. We do for the camera 1,500 dirham.
Okay. She
Good
can't.
price.
She can't.
Shake hand.
Okay, she can't. Give me card, please. Thank you.
This
You
is Ahmed.
little something for him. Thank you. If you.
Hello.
Okay.
Little.
So in Marrakesh, there is definitely a clever system where people who know other people in shops or who know people who supply the shops will direct you to these preferred places. And if, like us, you know, you just go to have a look around somewhere, or you'll ask for directions from someone, you will get caught in this scam where you are going to be paying everybody along the chain. So it starts off with 50 dirhams here, then it's 100 dirhams here, and you end up walking away with something you don't need and a fair few dirhams poorer. So we had our tour, but it was, you know, like, it's always a bit of a shakedown at the end, which is, it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. So, I mean, it was 100, we paid 100 dirham for the tour.
And apparently it's shared out between all the workers.
Yeah, so it's for the association. So I didn't mind, because to be fair, they do have a pretty tough job, and, you know, obviously they gave us that tour, and, you know, all good. And we did get a blanket, which is what we were actually after when we were in Morocco anyway. So we got 2 cushions and a blanket. So I don't think we got too bad a price, really, considering it's handmade.
Handmade by the ladies.
It's handmade by the ladies.
Ladies of the Atlas Mountains and the Sahara.
Yeah. But it is Marrakesh, and we wanted a souvenir, so we got our souvenir from Marrakesh.
Time to hit up the square again and get another one of those incredible juices before calling it a day in Marrakesh. To be fair, these guys are one of the best bits about Marrakesh. They're hilarious.
Okay, 46, he says, 46, he says. Try some. You keep them. You keep them. They work for you now. They work for you. Okay. Bye bye. We came, we saw, and we're knackered.
We are.
Marrakesh is a brilliant bit of fun if you're touring Morocco. I don't know that I could spend a week there. It's great if you love a bit of shopping though.
We had an incredible time in Marrakesh and picked up a few bargains for ourselves. But we thought that it was time to give Betty a bit of a treat. She has been through the wars lately and she's such a top girl. So it was time to get her bum fixed and a few little niggles that we'd left for a little bit too long.
We organised through the shop owner Mohammed at the campsite to get 2 new front tyres and brake pads. And also for, what's a good way to describe it, a vehicle plastic surgeon to give the old girl a bit of a bum feel on her bumper. She was about to get the royal spa treatment. Only the best for our girl. Have a look at that. So that's it, all been replaced, all been filled and sanded. Although we have still got the sellotape on our indicator, which, that's fine, it's all right, we can pick one of them pretty cheap. I also took the time to fix a few little jobs that needed doing. So all I've done is, these hinges have dropped, these bottom section of the hinges, so I just loosened off the hex bolts, we raised up the door slightly and tightened everything back up. And now the door, we've got a much nicer closing action on it. So we've got a new, well, we've got the same window, But what I did is I took off all of the old screws in each of the locations and I glued all the old holes, an old carpenter's trick. So if you glue the old holes and you fill them and then harden it off using like a super glue, or I used a mitre bond, then you can re-screw the screws into the holes and actually they will get threaded back into the hole. So I did that, and also on each of the corners and in the middle I've put some silicone on to hold it as well. Now the test is pretty good, eh? What's the verdict, guys?
10 out of 10. 1,000.
1,000 out of 10. Well, there you go, you see? 1,000 out of 10. Proper job done. What a fitting way to end a jam-packed video with a little bit of Betty love.
I'm pretty excited about our next video though, as we are going to be heading towards our first destination in the Sahara Desert, Mohammed.
Yes, people, don't miss out on our next video as the nomaders are hitting up the desert big time, yo.
If you liked our little video, then don't forget to hit the like button. It helps us out a lot. And also, why not stick around for some more Moroccan escapades with us and press subscribe. Click the bell to get a reminder about our next video.
If you are already subscribed, well, we love you. See you soon, and nomaders away.